Namaskar. The agriculture reform bills recently passed by India's parliament should not at all be controversial. In fact, they are hugely beneficial for India's farmers. They represent some of the biggest reforms and have been demanded by virtually everybody for decades. Support for it has come from most economists, especially agri-economists, farmers' leaders, and many politicians who today sit in the opposition. In fact, other than far left ideologues, almost everybody has been demanding exactly these changes for decades. So why are some of these people changing their stance and today opposing it and trying to foment agitations? Let us briefly understand the issues. First, logic. When new options are introduced for farmers as to how they can sell their produce and to whom, but the old options that they used to have are retained, they continue, then simple logic tells you that this cannot be worse than what existed earlier. It can only be better. Let's understand the backdrop. The old laws were brought in about 60 or 70 years ago when India had huge food grain shortages and we depended on foreign aid. To manage the shortages, those old laws were brought in, putting restrictions on farmers as to whom they could sell their produce and to and where. They could only sell it in the mandis to a small list of approved buyers, middlemen. And the power therefore rested with the middlemen, not with the sellers, the farmers. And this is the reason farmers' incomes did not commensurately rise along with India's economic growth. In the meantime, over the past few decades, we have become hugely surplus in food grains. In fact, we have the opposite problem of storage. And this is why almost everybody has been asking to free up the farm sector. And that's exactly what has been done. As I explained, now with newer buyers entering into the marketplace, farmers will have more options. The balance will shift to the farmers, the sellers, and that will raise their incomes. But at the same time, the safety net that had been put into place for these last 60 or 70 years, called the MSP, or minimum support price, through which government buys produce from the farmers, will continue. Now, this was always intended as a system that if farmers cannot find remunerative prices in the mandis, they could sell to government, and that same system is continuing exactly the same way. There is no change. The reality is that some opposition politicians who had committed to exactly these reforms in just their last manifesto for the elections have now changed their stand and are giving hypocritical arguments as to why this is not correct. And that's for political reasons. We should see it as that and recognize that. When their hypocrisy has been called out in TV discussions and in media, they have started shifting the goalposts, now demanding that the MSP system be brought in through legislation instead of administrative orders. Now, this is actually not even relevant to the debate because these opposition parties were in government for most of these last 70 years and they never brought it in as legislation because it was not necessary. It is not meant to be the de facto method by which farmers sell their produce. The MSP system is a safety net. It is brought in by government order every year announcing the minimum prices and nothing is changing on that front. So the safety net doesn't change. So that is the crux of the issue. Anything else you hear about this is just noise. The crux is farmers' incomes will rise because they will have more options as to how they can sell their produce. The old option of the safety net of government procurement will continue exactly as it has always been. Namaskar.